I kind of was all by my own for a long, long time, you know.
Yeah.
Thought, you nuts, know what they're going to do, come to St. Ignace for a car show. And, well, I guess they did.
That's, yeah.
Took a while.
Yeah.
Took a while, yeah.
All right, we're rolling. Okay. All right, with Ed Reavie, the founder of the St. Ignace Car Show weekend, this isn't possible without Mr. Reavie. 45 years ago, this thing started. How did it begin? Take me back to the very
We were
beginning.
meeting, it was a wintry day in 1975 with the city manager, Jack Gall, who at the time was running the city. And the city was looking for something to do for Tri-Penn Sunday Show. And they had no idea what to do. So then Bruce Dodson and I stepped, but we got a couple of little cars, maybe somebody will show up, you know. So 134 cars showed up that first year. And we weren't too excited yet. Then the next year it rolled into over 200. And there was no car shows in this area. We had Traverse City, we had Petoskey. And that was it. Now there's a show, everybody's got a zip code's got a car show. I mean, they're everywhere. It's unbelievable.
Did you think a car show could flourish and grow to the extent it did in St. Ignace?
Well, I was doing things because I looked at it differently, not cars, but who created the cars. So I started inviting the premier designers, Gordon Buehrig, Dick Teague, all the guys that created all these wonderful cars. And then they brought their people. And then the major corporations stepped up. Oh, geez, Gordon Buehrig's there, I got to be good. Dick Teague's there. And then Zora Duntov started the Corvette show. Zora Duntov came to town. And then Carol Shelby. By then, we're rocking. I mean, Carol Shelby in St. Ignace. And there was a guy. He was also the Grand Marshal in our parade. And I drove a triple black Caddy Eldorado convertible. And this man, at his age, he was well into his 60s. As we were driving down the street, he had so many offers. Room keys, please stop, come and see me later, I love you. And he was about the coolest guy I ever met.
Yeah.
Carol Shelby. Wow. And they still talk about him today. And actually we were driving through town at the end of the parade, and he said, pull over to the bar, get us a couple of buds. I said, guys, man, they're right behind us and the cops. Go with him. So we go in the State Bar. It was, at the time, it was called the State Bar. And I don't know, I've never seen a man alive again. And he walked into this mass of humanity in that bar, and they're all drunk, and they're all wanting to see Carol. You know. And I said, come on, man, we got to go. So we could fire up the car, and a state cop car right behind us. Lights going. And we go up the hill that you see it out there. It's hill still there, going up the hill. And state cop car pulls us over. He said, oh man, here we're drinking open beers. Cop in the back. So I said, well, here we go. Oh man, he said, the state cop came over and said, I love you, you're my hero, man, I love hero. I said, where are you going? I said, we're trying to get over to that restaurant, which is now here, called the Zodiac. And let's see if we can get in over there. Well, the state cop said, here, we'll get you in there. Hit the siren, everybody cleared. Here we are getting the Carol Shelby and I drinking Budweisers, and the state cops drinking us in the parade. It was one of the greatest nights of my life. And then we get into the place, and it's like a zoo. And a little waitress came over. I told her like a couple of hamburgers or a couple of beers. Oh, we can't. This is winter. You know, we stopped at lunch hour years ago. I said, go back in the kitchen, ask for Wally Massaway. He owns the place. Tell him Carol Shelby's here, and he'd really like a hamburger. I know, he'll fire me. I said, look, she's sweating like a bull, scared to death. So I said, go ahead, I'll cover for you.
And you've become a celebrity yourself over the years, haven't you?
Yeah. So another story comes out, and she says, how would you like your hamburger, Mr. Shelby? Loved it. It was a classic line. I got it on tape someplace. And then to make it up, I'm looking over in the corner, and there's a hubbub, a bunch of Corvette guys, and a couple of Corvette guys located Zora Duntov, who did you know, the guy who created the car, the vet, and he was having a birthday party. So we started drinking. I don't drink, but I drank so damn much. What? I don't remember going home. I mean, wow, here I am with Carol Shelby and Zora Duntov.
That's a night you have to hang out for a little while, right?
I went back to my old school, but once that got rolling in, we wanted a cruise night. We thought, well, we know the music, but who plays the music? DJs. So I called up Dick Biondi in WLS, Chicago. Took some time to get him, but he came over and came to our show 3 or 4 times, and he was just like honey on a bee, and people loved Dick Biondi. He was in the Midwest. He was the guy to listen to, and then actually people got married back there. They got engaged. I often wonder how many are still married, and probably, who knows. And they had one of the girls had a wedding gown and had best man. It was a full-fledged wedding. Governor Boogie Bryan for Honey Radio at the time, he came up and performed the deal. So we had some really fun stuff going here. Yeah.
What do you think is contributed to this show lasting and being as successful as it's been for so long?
Well, I think they get their money's worth, and it's a nice place to come to. A lot of people want to get out of the cities, and they don't like the really huge shows, although it's become a huge show. It's got its own mystique about it. It's got a whole thing different vibe, and it's caught on. And I think now with this show right here, right now, it's ready to take the leap. I can feel it in my system. This thing is ready to break, and a good sign. I really could. Murray stepped in and really stepped in. He needed him bad, because these guys don't know what the hell they're doing. Like me stepping in your job,
Right.
And they hire a bunch of women. Not that I have women, and they're Chamber of Commerce people. They're not car show people.
Yeah.
So we kind of sifted through all of that, and I think it's really wide open now. I think now that this nasty stuff is on, hopefully gone another year and completely gone. I think this thing's really going to take off big time.
Well, you've built a great legacy here. It's a great show, and it's a real pleasure to meet you. And I thank you for doing it.
Well,
I
pleasure.
do.
Glad to help. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I read your article all the time.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I love that magazine.
Thanks. Well, I brought it and brought it back.
Good for you.
We're trying to keep it going.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate the time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right.